I had next to zero sexual education growing up, so here are some of the weird things I thought based on the really awkward, half-baked explanations that my mom gave me. First of all, she didn't give me the talk until I asked how I was related to my dad if my mom carried me in her stomach. I was probably like 8 or 9, maybe even 10, I don't know. And can we just talk about how traumatizing it is to learn about sex when you have a stepdad? Like, I'm sure it's bad enough to find out that your parents did that, but to find out that your mom is doing that with this fucking guy? Traumatizing. I felt like I had been betrayed. Like, what do you mean you're doing that nasty act with that man? Okay. So when I asked my mom that question, she very awkwardly explained to me how it worked. And when I say awkward, I mean like she didn't use any real like language, like straight up like, oh, a man's pee-pee, like type shit, okay, type shit. Which just makes it so much more awkward. So she proceeds to tell me that a man's thing gets hard. So I thought for way too long that it got like a crusty outer shell. That's like all I could imagine. Like a crispy callus sort of skin texture. So that added to my disgust for sure, definitely. Especially when I said, ew, why would you do that? And she said, well, it feels good and you'll understand when you're older. Okay, Mom. Okay. Now, since everywhere you go as a kid, you see, like, a drawing, like a 2D drawing of a penis, right? That was, like, all I had to go off of, like, what it looked like. So I thought that the balls were, like, what you put into a woman. I don't know why I thought that, but I did. And then when I learned, like, the actual anatomy, how the balls were, like, at the bottom, you know, I still thought that that's what went in the woman, and I thought that like you'd have to like pick up the other part and like try to squish them in to the woman. It's crazy saying this out loud. Now, I learned about condoms because one day my family, my mom and my stepfamily, we were watching Coneheads, and there's that scene where one of the aliens takes out like a condom and he opens the package and starts chewing on it like bubblegum, and my whole family is like laughing their asses off, and I'm like, I want to get the joke, so I'm like, Mom, what does that mean? And she's like, I'll tell you later, which honestly just makes it so much worse. Like, just tell them your little explanation then and there, because otherwise, like, that made me ruminate on it. I'm like, what is that? And then like being like, oh, I'll tell you later makes it sound so bad, like so risque. So then when she finally told me, it was very anticlimactic because she's like, oh, it's just something that men wear so that they don't get diseases. So I'm thinking that they wear that all the time. Like, I was given no correlation to like between the condom and like the act. So I thought it was just something that men had to like wake up every day and put on when they got dressed. Now, when I was about 11, I realized, hey, I have unlimited, unsupervised time with my laptop. I can just look it up. I can just look up corn and like see how this works. The first video I saw was of a girl hanging from like a harness on a rock wall, and a guy with like a monster. Like it was probably not even real. Like, that's how it was, like just so long. And I had no like, that was me learning how, like, that was me seeing it for the first time. So I thought that was normal, and it scared me, and it damaged me, and it traumatized me. And I was like, I will never do that. I will never do that. And it literally, like, I couldn't stop thinking about it because I knew that all my life I wanted to be a mom. Like, I wanted to have kids. But I was like, I can't go through that. Anyway, tell me the crazy things that you believed in the comments so that I don't feel so weird.